the end of the game looked like good defense from Gary. Just how did you see that kind of play out with?
Yeah, I thought it was defended pretty well. You know, first he almost denied him into the backcourt. He almost got a break there. Then he knocks it loose. You know, in some ways that kind of hurt him because I think Giannis and him went for the ball. That allowed Donovan to get back to the middle, and he still made a tough shot. So you live with those. I loved our execution down the stretch. Got a great shot for Dame. Got Giannis in the paint. You know, it was one of those games where there's so many little tiny things, and when you're struggling, they tend to come back and haunt you. You know, I thought Sam Merrill, in a lot of ways, won the game for him. You know, that was a guy that we targeted before the game, and we talked. When he comes in, he's coming in for one reason, and if he's in a corner, that means he's not going to be in a corner much longer. They're going to set picks for him, and we gave him those 9 points. I think it was the end of the first, middle of the second. I thought that changed the game because I thought they were in the box, and that got them back in the game, and I thought that changed the game.
We've talked about it a little bit this year, but just what are you seeing now when it's Giannis with the bench, Dame with the bench? It feels like it's not necessarily every time, but a lot of times they're losing points in that league.
Yeah, our bench, we got to figure that out. That's on us. We have not found the correct rotation yet, you know, and we have to. I do like going small a little bit, like we did in the third, but we didn't really have the right guys. We don't have the right guys to do that, obviously. The small lineup was more designed with Chris, but we don't have Chris. But I still thought it gave us some punch, some speed. But there's some negatives to that, too, that we saw. So we're just going to keep searching for that.
Defensive rebounding wasn't really a huge problem tonight until the final couple minutes where they come up with a little bit there. Did you just feel like that was tired legs from the starters? Or
You know, I don't know. I tell you this, what I keep seeing is, and this is, if I had any concern, because I love what we're doing of late overall, is it's not just the defensive rebounds, it's the long rebounds that are bouncing on the floor. It just seems like we're not quick enough to get a lot of them. They come up, Memphis the other night, every one that bounced on the floor, their guards or their small forwards got. Tonight, the same thing. And that's a concern.
Doc, just you know, you haven't had a whole lot of experience like with this slow of a start, like
No.
1 in 4 or 5. Just when it is at the beginning of the season, it's obviously you don't have like a sample size. Does it make it harder to get guys to pull out of it, to rally from it, or is it still
I think
fresh?
the guys are like their mindsets are great. Like I mean, you saw we came out. Like that's not the issue. We don't sustain the game. We haven't been able to sustain 48 minutes. I thought the Boston game, we came out, we played great, and then you know there was 3 minutes to end the second quarter where we could have gone from 4 to 12, and we had some bad possessions, didn't score. It's a 2-point game at halftime where it easily could have been 8. And then they had that stretch. You know, tonight, same thing. We have these lulls where we don't score, we don't get stops. And that's what we have to try to fix through rotations maybe, through playing different guys. We just got to keep searching.
On that last possession, is that how you drew it up? And do you wish he would burn a little more clock before shooting?
No, it's a 1-point game. You score when you can score. You can't wait on a 1-point game. You just go score, and then you got to trust your defense. If it's a tie game, then you wait till the last shot, right? And you burn the clock and make sure they don't get another shot. But when you're down 1, you always got to play for if you miss and need to foul, you know, and then you get 2 free throws, you still have a chance to have a 3 to tie the game. So you have to go quick. I think we can go in even quicker, if you want to be honest. What's crazy is they were going to go quick. But, you know, it's just the way the ball bounced. Once we popped the ball loose, then it turned into a last shot. But Donovan's intention was to go right away. You know, Gary played great defense, and it kind of backfired. That way we didn't have a final shot.